Divine One, we have been getting reports lately of a strange presence coming from this well. I have not been able to find anything unusual about it, but perhaps you should investigate.
Faced one way, 1,000 years separation. The other way, 100 years regret. Pray, dream of my sorrow. Pray, dispel the darkness from this world. The only light here is in memory, and the hope you instilled flickers. Alas, I know the truth. In this world, there is no salvation. In this world, there is no you.
Where am I? This isn't the Somniel. Who are you?
No, it is no matter. My name lost its meaning long ago.
But I have this strange feeling. As if the two of us have met somewhere.
We have never met before. Not in any way you would understand. I'm speaking to you from across a mirror. You are my reflection, and my land's last hope. Please, I need your assistance. Will you save those who are important to me?
Of course. I'll help however I can.
Really? You accept my plea without hearing what it entails?
I suppose I feel like helping you might ease some of my own anxieties. Almost as if this is a chance to get back something that I lost a long time ago. In short, yes. I'm here for you.
I'm glad to hear you say so. I was afraid you would refuse, since I'm unable to explain all the details. Suffice to say that the land I speak of is threatened by a foe with a wicked heart. The only hope for my people is for you to collect the 7 bracelets.
Bracelets?
In my world, emblems dwell inside bracelets. You will need them in order to succeed. Now, I will transport you there. Those you encounter after arriving will guide you.
Will you and I meet again?
We will not. Nor have we ever met. Not even in this very moment.
You speak so cryptically. Still, I get the feeling I will see you again.
Be off now. I thank you, and wish you good fortune in the battles ahead. Goodbye, my fellow divine dragon. My twin from another world. On your journey, I hope you feel joy, suffering, sorrow, and love. Because I will feel nothing anymore. I will never awaken again.
So bright.
Sister, it worked! Our prayers are answered!
After all these long years, at last our savior has come. You.
Is that?
Where am I?
You are in Lithos Castle. We have long awaited your arrival. Thank you for answering our prayers. I am Nel, one of the dragons who resides here.
And I am Nil, her twin brother.
It's nice to meet you, Nel. And you, Nil. I'm the Divine Dragon.
So you are the Divine Dragon.
Fate has made a cruel and mysterious choice.
It is such a joy to see you reborn.
Reborn? What does that...
The Divine Dragon is deceased. You fell in the last war. Our world has been consumed by darkness in the time since. We have long prayed for a savior to aid us, and your appearance seems to be our answer. It is unfortunate. I would have preferred never to see you again.
Nel?
But we are in desperate need of aid, and we do not have the luxury of choice. I will speak no more of it. Please follow me.
I'm so sorry, Divine One. She is rather more upset by this than I would have expected. She and the Divine Dragon have a somewhat complicated history.
This is the bracelet vault. Here, our emblem bracelets are kept secure.
I see.
Upon that pedestal lies the bracelet of the Shepherd Exalt. It is the sole bracelet in our possession. The emblems within it are safely in slumber.
There are 7 bracelets in total. We lost the other 6 in the war with Sombron.
So, he exists in your world as well.
I will explain from the beginning. The first dragons were born millennia ago, and from them came the divine and fell dragons. For a time, there was peace, until the fell dragons turned to conquest and destruction. With the world under threat, the divine dragons and the people prayed for salvation. And that salvation came in the form of beings from other worlds known as emblems. The emblems were manifestations of those ardent prayers for peace.
My sister and I were performing that ancient rite when you arrived. We thought a new emblem would appear to save us.
And you got me.
Yes, it was quite the shock. I'm still a bit beside myself.
The emblems brought an end to the fighting, but only temporarily. 1,000 years ago, Sombron sought to exploit the emblems for his own ambitions.
We experienced that war firsthand. It was awful. The entire continent became a battlefield. The dragons and the royal families fought over the emblems until all sides were exhausted.
But as we stood upon the brink of annihilation, the divine dragons won a key victory. Lumera, the divine dragon monarch, imprisoned fell dragon Sombron at the cost of her life.
My mother died 1,000 years ago?
Her sacrifice bestowed peace upon the people even as they mourned her passing. But it was her successor who healed the wounded land and returned it to prosperity.
Her successor? You mean the next divine dragon monarch?
Yes. You.
The divine dragon monarch after Lumera was her own begotten child.
So I took the throne after she died. This is so different from the history of my world.
You are a wonderful ruler. Under your reign, it seemed like the world would be at peace for the rest of time. But it was not to be. Sombron eventually returned, and another war began.
Whosoever gathers all 7 of the awakened emblems will be granted immense power. Sombron intended to use that power to exact revenge and restore the Fell Dragon's honor. To achieve that end, he was willing to set the whole world ablaze.
And I take it I lost this war.
No, not exactly. You and Sombron each slew the other. On the night of the decisive clash, you and he perished at the same moment.
So the Fell Dragon is already gone? Then who is it that's putting your world in danger now?
An unknown malefactor is attempting to fulfill the late Sombron's ambitions.
They come and go without a trace. We know nothing of their whereabouts or appearance. All we know for sure is that, like Sombron, this individual wants to collect the 7 bracelets. In fact, we believe they already have 2.
1 in Lithos castle, 2 in enemy hands. Where are the other 4?
Each of the 4 nations of Elyos possesses one. They once fought under a single banner, but that changed drastically after your death. Now, with nothing to unite them, the little ones, the humans, bicker among themselves. Thus far, they have kept one another in check, but war could break out at any moment.
I don't know if the Divine Dragon's army was ever truly united. I saw them argue, in this very castle, about which nation was to blame for your death. Which is absurd, of course. It was no one's fault.
Now that our savior has arrived, It is imperative we reclaim the bracelets. The conflict we have avoided for years will soon be inevitable. You may need to cross blades with people who resemble your own friends and allies.
I understand. I'll brace myself for that possibility. So, you're both divine dragons like me?
What gave you that impression?
You said you were dragons, and you live in Lithos Castle, so I just assumed.
Your assumption is incorrect.
What she means, Divine One, is that we...
Watch out! Assassins!
Nel!
She's a Fell Dragon!
My brother and I both. In this world, Fell Dragons are born as twins. We severed ties with our father during the last war. We now fight against our misguided kin.
I cannot transform, but that does not stop me from fighting at Nel's side.
Fell Dragon twins.
I suppose I simply assumed that you would already know what we were. It seems I was mistaken. If you will not aid us, you may leave. We will defend this world ourselves.
No. I'll fight with you. I don't care about your heritage. If you truly want to protect this world, I'll be your ally.
Ah, that's a relief. Now, let us march into battle together, just like the good old days.
Show us your medal, Divine One. We shall see if you are truly the answer to our prayers. The enemy has most likely come for the bracelet of the Shepherd Exalt. We must stop them here, before they can reach its location.
Ooh.
I'll do my best.
Gotcha.
Here we go!
I'm happy to help. Yes?
I will fight for you.
Cute, right? But watch out. Those fangs will really leave a mark.
You can lift the Fang's curse with my restore staff. Give it to someone who can use it.
I'm not afraid anymore.
I can still do more.
This ends now. Dream well.
Let's run together.
Hand over the bracelet.
Now I have you.
Are you frightened? Tally me another.
I can help too! I'm glad that's over.
Allow me.
Whew.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. It won't be easy beating that one. Not with my emblem's power protecting it.
Sleep now. I won't forget you.
that was fun. You won. This time.
They got away. I was hoping we would finally learn their identity.
At least we got back the bracelet they were carrying. That's...
The bracelet of the ancestor. It seems different since we last laid eyes on it.
Maybe this emblem can tell us about their time in enemy hands. I'll summon them again so we can talk. Huh? That's strange.
What?
The invocation isn't coming to me. Perhaps it's because I'm in a new world? But that's no good. Summoning emblems is what a divine dragon does.
Divine dragon? I'm Tiki. Are you a divine dragon like me?
Well...
Impossible. Emblems in this state shouldn't be able to speak.
Hello, Emblem Tiki. I might be able to summon you again, but your invocation isn't coming to me. Do you know it?
I don't know anything about an invocation. My head feels fuzzy. It hurts. Please, don't make me fight anymore. I don't like hurting people.
You need not act against your will. Allow me to return you to peaceful slumber.
You can do that?
I can indeed. But I am unfamiliar with this summoning power of which you speak. The divine dragon of this world was able to cleanse fallen emblems. It would seem that you cannot do the same. So I will send Emblem Tiki to rest. In slumber, she will be safe from those who would exploit her power. No longer will she be compelled to fight.
You might say we are containing her power in the bracelet. Sadly, since we lack the ability to awaken emblems, she cannot aid us any further.
It sounds like our only option right now. Please, go ahead. Whatever benefits there might be to keeping her awake, I won't force her to fight. Tiki, I hope we'll meet again someday.
I'd like that. When we do, let's play together lots, okay?
Absolutely.
Farewell, Emblem Tiki. Sweet dreams.
Night-night.
Now, so long as we keep her away from the enemy, she will be able to rest.
Thank you, Nel.
We place our emblems into slumber as a matter of course, to prevent their exploitation. Emblem Tiki was thus asleep when she was taken. But she returned to us awake. Our foe must therefore possess the power to awaken emblems.
Only divine and fell dragons can control them in that way. There are no divine dragons left in this world, so that means our enemy is a fell dragon. One of our siblings, in other words.
If it's a sibling of yours, then do you have any idea who it could be?
We have many brothers and sisters, but we're not acquainted with all of them. Many died in the most recent war. There is no telling which of them survived.
The power to control emblems is rare. If we knew the culprit, we would surely recall. Perhaps this child was born after we left Sombron, or developed this power late.
Dragon powers are unpredictable. I cannot transform myself or control emblems at all. Sombron deemed me a failure. If I had stayed with him, I would probably be dead by now.
How awful.
I managed to survive only because Nel took me with her when she left. It angers me to think that our siblings could be behind this. To be given that kind of power, only to use it for evil. What a waste.
Nil.
Sorry. It's not my intention to poison the mood.
So, Divine One, our objective is to put an end to the ambitions of Sombron's mysterious heir. Since we are fighting to return the emblems to slumber, they will not be able to help us. Knowing this, it is your choice whether or not to join our cause. What say you?
Yes, I'll help.
Splendid! It is such a comfort to have you on our side. Isn't it, Nel?
After what I saw in that battle, I must agree. But I will remain unsettled by the necessity of fighting alongside this dead dragon.
Oh, I unsettle you, do I?
Please, there is no need to quarrel. Why don't the two of you shake hands and agree to be friends from now on?
I decline.
Then I guess I'll pass too.
You could at least try to get along.
Before we depart the castle, Nil, we should say our farewells.
Oh, agreed.
I didn't know anyone else was in the castle. Is it a person I know?
You are welcome to come find out. But what you see may upset you.
It looks to be a monument of some kind.
This is the resting place of the divine dragon. Your grave. I did warn you.
We will be just a moment, Divine One. You can go back if you like.
Actually, do you mind if I say something? I'd like to speak to my other self, who lived here with you.
I think that would be a lovely gesture.
Visiting my own gravestone. Not something I ever thought I'd do. I can see why Nel is unsettled by this situation. I promise to fulfill your role and protect those important to you as best I can. And with that, my reflection, goodbye.
Why can't I turn into a dragon like you and Father?
There. You may someday.
I'm a failure. I'm weak.
No, Nil. You are strong. Surely you will be able to transform eventually.
When?
Not even Father can say for sure. But until then, hold on to this.
Your Dragonstone? But you won't be able to transform without it.
I can if you carry it for me. And I know you will always be by my side. We are two halves of a whole, Nil. This power is ours to share.
Our power.
On a battlefield far from all you know, how will you prove your bravery? In the savage garden of blood and steel, who will meet their end? Cast the 4 thrones to fire. Lay 7 flames in the cradle. But there is one who knows the truth. In this world, there is no future. My lonely heart does not beat here.
Here we are, Divine One. Welcome to the Kingdom of Firene. It may not be my place to say that, as a visitor here myself, but I felt someone ought to.
It's strange. Just like Lithos Castle, this place feels familiar, but not.
If we are finished discussing the scenery, allow me to remind you of the task that lies before us. We are to go to Firene Castle and acquire the bracelet of the brash general. And time is of the essence. We must collect all 7 bracelets before our enemy does.
I hope the royal family is willing to hand theirs over. But I do have my doubts. You know how ill-tempered the Firenes can be.
What? The people I know from Firene are good-natured and peaceful.
Is that so? In this world, they are vengeful and quick to violence. The royal family most of all. That made them useful allies in wartime, despite their disdain for fell dragons. But ever since the divine dragon's death, they have completely avoided visiting us in Lithos.
And who is the ruler here? Queen Ev?
No. She died at the start of the last war, and her throne remained empty until after the war ended, when King Alfred took her place. But as Nil said, he subsequently cut ties with us. We were forced to take precautions. So we asked a trusted friend to be our eyes and ears in Firene. She is due to meet us here shortly.
Lady Nel, Lord Nil, hello, hello.
Celestia, we were just talking about you.
I've been eagerly awaiting your arrival. You must be so tired after that long trek.
A trifle compared to your intelligence work here, I am sure.
Oh, that was nothing, Lady Nel. But who's this you brought with you? Oh, how is it you remind me so much of the Divine Dragon?
Actually...
Glorious day! Divine One, you've been reborn! I knew you could never leave us. Not permanently, anyway. It's so obvious. How could I ever believe Sombron bested the Divine Dragon Monarch?
Celestia, as much as I hate to let you down, this is not who you think it is.
Sorry for the confusion. I'm actually the Divine Dragon of another world.
What?
We should have let you know sooner. This is not the old friend you and I knew. Rather, this is the savior whom Nil and I summoned with an ancient ritual.
This divine dragon arrived in the castle sanctuary after your departure to Firene.
I see. Of course. What was I thinking? I was there when we buried the Divine Dragon. I held that lifeless hand in mine as we said our goodbyes.
I know this is difficult, Celestia.
Forgive me. I shouldn't have gotten so emotional. That loss was just as difficult for the two of you. Divine One, my name is Celestia. I am a mage dragon of some small renown. I always considered both you and Queen Lumera of this world to be my family. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
No, please. Let's skip past acquaintances and just be friends.
How funny! That's just what the Divine Dragon I knew would have said. Say, is there someone like me living in your world too?
Well...
Silly of me to ask. Of course she's there, and no doubt a great help in your fight against Sombron.
What news of Firene Castle, Celestia? You were stationed there for some time.
Indeed, I was. Firene is making plans to invade its northern neighbor.
Brodia.
The idea was Princess Celine's. It's technically still waiting for King Alfred's approval, but that hasn't stopped the young princess from mustering a force of elite knights. We can no longer stand by and simply watch how this unfolds.
Agreed. We must go to the castle and head off this war before it begins.
Another thing. Firene's emblem has been altered somehow since the last time I saw it. We'll need to be careful.
Yes. Now, let us proceed to the castle and reclaim the bracelet of the brash general.
I only hope Alfred and Celine are willing to talk with us.
Still, Alfred? Still undecided about whether to invade?
Don't rush me, Celine. This is a big decision. I need time to think it over.
No, you need to take action.
It's not that easy. Brodia was our ally. If we pick a fight with them, there's no going back.
Since Mother and our retainers died in the last war, it falls to us to defend our people. Don't you know they are suffering? With the Divine Dragon gone, the world is falling to ruin. Our crops and flowers are losing their color. Soon the farms will go barren. The only possible remedy is to expand our territory and supplement our resources, now.
I know. As a mining economy, Brodia can spare the resources we need. So an invasion could really help us out with wealth and minerals. It's a decent plan, but there's a big hole in it. The strength of Brodia's military.
Which is precisely why I assembled an order of knights to defeat them. Or is it their emblem you worry about? That silly princess is no match for the brash general.
Nothing's certain. No matter how good our odds look, we could still lose everyone. Or don't you remember? Our retainers so sure they'd come out on top, all falling like petals. That was the same day our strongest ally, the Divine Dragon, left us forever.
You have changed, Alfred. You used to be afraid of nothing and no one. When the Divine Dragon was lost, so too was your spine. I will handle it then.
Meaning what?
Meaning I will head to Brodia on my own, without your permission.
With no knights? Are you trying to get killed?
Facing either death by the sword, or a broken heart as our people die, I choose the former. Should I perish, perhaps a real hero will emerge and lead our people. I'm content with that. As for the Brodians, if they must suffer in order for our people to live, so be it. After all, one country's loss is another's gain.
I just can't get through to you, can I?
It's not your fault you were cursed with a stubborn fool for a sister. However, if you want her to have any hope of survival, you must make a choice. What will it be, Your Majesty?
You win. You're the only family I have left. If you're set on this, I'll at least give you a fighting chance. Consider the invasion approved.
Thank you, Alfred.
Let's go. I'll give your knights official notice to prepare for battle.
Wait. Please.
Who goes there?
King Alfred? Princess Celine? It has been quite some time. Pardon the interruption, but we are here to discuss an urgent matter.
Well, if it isn't Nel and Nil. You know, I could have you executed for barging in here uninvited.
True. Simply return the bracelet of the brash general to us and we will leave you alone.
Oh, please. If we turned it over, the balance of power between nations would fall apart.
So you intend to continue to wield it as a weapon against your peers. It is precisely because they do the same that you now stand upon the brink of war. I do not think the Divine Dragon would find this behavior acceptable.
Oh, you presume to speak on behalf of the Divine Dragon? Curious, considering your father was the one who denied us divine counsel forever.
How dare you! We had nothing to do with that! How many times must we tell you that we are not Sombron?
Control yourself, Nil.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Rest assured that we are making the same journey to each of the other bracelet holders. We are reclaiming all of them. With that in mind, there is no need for you to keep Firene any longer.
How do we know this isn't a trick to weaken us and strengthen our enemies? Show us proof you took the other country's bracelets, and then we'll talk.
Firene is our first destination. We have not reclaimed the other bracelets yet.
Then there is nothing more to discuss. We march to Brodia. The bracelet's power is indispensable to our invasion efforts. We will not simply hand it over.
Still, you refuse to comply. In that case, you have left us with no choice.
If it's a battle you want, we will be only too happy to oblige.
Please stop. I don't want to fight the two of you.
Divine One? No. No, of course not.
How come you feel like the Divine Dragon?
You told us our friend was dead, you wretches! Were you lying to us?
No, I'm from another world.
What?
No. There's only one explanation. This must be one of the corrupted. The Fell Dragons used their vile magic to make this twisted puppet of our fallen friend.
That's not true. Listen to me.
We don't listen to imposters.
I can't believe you, Fellspawn, did something so sick just to steal our bracelet. No doubt the tears you shed over the Divine Dragon's death were a trick as well. I thought as former allies, we could resolve this peacefully. Your deceit changes things.
No.
Knights, get ready for battle. See to it that Sombron's children are finally put down. We'll bring their severed heads to Brodia as a symbol of our might.
Yes, there is the brother I know. The fearsome man they called the Prince of Strewn Flowers. Now, as you did in the war, cast our foes to the ground like so many mangled roses.
If your spirit is trapped in there, Divine One, I'll set you free.
Alfred, no.
It seems conflict is unavoidable.
I knew this would happen, but it's just as well. Their disrespect for Lady Nel and Lord Nil cannot go unanswered.
Prepare yourself, Divine One. These may be familiar faces, but they will show you no mercy.
Saying goodbye is always painful. I hope you die without suffering. I'm ready.
The Divine Dragon looked right at me.
Your steward's ready.
Let us begin.
What do you need?
I'm ready.
Whatever you say.
Here goes.
Support units! Time to fortify the troops with your supplies. We advance.
I've got you!
Ready yourself. I'm not afraid anymore. I'll go first. on me. The winds are victorious. Our foes are strong. I'll go first.
Pretty weak.
Sorta like that, maybe? For the Divine Dragon. Feeling better.
Emblem, engage!
Etier! First the Divine Dragon and now you? Why are only those closest to me reappearing? I couldn't even look at the flowers I left in your memory. It was too hard.
Forgive me. As your retainer, I should have been there to protect you until the end. I know how hard it is to see me like this. Let's finish this battle, and I'll leave you in peace.
Etier, my strong and noble retainer. Please rest easy.
As if I'd lose.
So it begins. Lend me your might, Emblem of Strength.
I've got this.
Engage!
My muscles are yours! Raise your sword!
I've got nothing to spare. Coming through! Ooh, me too! You're pretty strong, huh?
I challenge my fate.
Here to help!
Another one! Here we go! I'm glad this battle is won.
Wait. Are you... me? What's going on? Is this some twisted illusion? Guess come and test your mettle. But there's no way you can defeat the brash general. Wait, are you... me? What's going on? Is this some twisted illusion of the Fell Dragon? Looks like the Alfred in this world isn't so buff either. Huh, I wonder if it's just hard for me to build muscle no matter which world I'm in. What in the world is this trickery? If you're an illusion, I command you to vanish! Wow, she's got more vigor than I thought. I'm looking forward to fighting against myself. Divine One, seeing you in such a pitiful state breaks my heart. It's such a shame.
Alfred, please. Listen to me. I don't want to make things harder for you, but...
I bet you were told to say that. My old friend. Don't worry. I'll help you out. I'll erase you so utterly. Not even your corpse will remain. No one will ever coerce you again. Firene's! I knew from the start that I should have given the bracelet back at the war's end.
Allow me.
We're not done! Oh, me too! We're not done!
Oh, thank goodness.
I am stronger now.
The winds are victorious.
Is it my turn? Here goes! I will protect you.
Here we go!
Way to flex those muscles.
Emblem, engage! My apologies. May we all be protected.
I'll go first.
Get ready for the crunch! That was a good session.
I'll never yield. Allow me. I'll go first. You poor thing.
Here goes.
It's all training.
pretty weak.
We'll get through this. You were a good fight.
Let's run together.
Etier, I had a feeling I might find you here.
Can't say I wanted to meet you here at all.
Me too. I knew that if we met, I would have to kill you. My dear friend, if only I could have tea with you one last time. Let's finish this before I change my mind.
Yes. If we keep going, I might forget that you're actually a stranger.
Now I have you. Why you?
At the ready.
Yes, advance. And bolster your weapons so we can annihilate these fools. Firene is all that matters. Crush those who dare oppose her. I can't have lost. No, this can't be right. We were supposed to succeed. I was supposed to be happy.
This is it. The bracelet of the brash general.
Emblem Hector dwells within. A brave leader who embodies the fighting spirit of the Firenes. He was once daring and gallant. Now, as Celestia informs us, he is tainted by evil.
I wish I could summon him again. Give him a fresh start.
There is no point lamenting what cannot be changed. I will return him to slumber now.
Rest easy, Emblem Hector.
Thank you.
Again, the emblem speaks.
It seems a shame to drift off so soon, but I suppose it's not all bad. I just hope we can all stride into battle together. Someday.
I'm sure we will.
You put the general to bed, I see.
King Alfred, please, call off your invasion.
Without the bracelet, I don't have much choice. But Nil just told me you're from another world. Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
Adds up, I guess. If you were our divine dragon, you wouldn't have taken our bracelet by force. You'd have sided with us. Or you'd at least have been nicer. Clearly, you're not the friend I knew.
Alfred.
But still, I'm glad I met you. You may not be from this world, but I can tell you have the divine dragon's heart. Sorry about before. I really did think you were one of the corrupted.
For my part, I owe an apology to Nel and Nil. I insulted you, tying you unfairly to Sombron. You are not to blame for his actions. I am deeply, truly sorry for losing my composure.
Noted.
We were all devastated to lose our beloved divine dragon. Of course we understand.
Hey, I've got an idea. How about you take us with you? A little extra muscle might come in handy if you're going around collecting bracelets.
Yes, an excellent idea. I already have my knights assembled. They could come as well.
Absolutely. It would be a great comfort having you two on our side.
Alas, we cannot.
Huh? Why not?
It is out of the question. And it is not your choice to make, Divine One. While it is true that we summoned you for help, this is not your army. Whatever authority you are accustomed to in your own world does not apply here.
Right. Sorry.
You'll have to forgive us, Divine One. Nel is harsh, but she speaks the truth. I am also opposed to allowing the Firenes to join us.
What do I have to say here? Are you gonna make me beg? I need to make up somehow for treating you all so badly. Let me help keep you safe.
The battlefield is no place for a king. The people need their ruler to watch over them.
Not only that, but think of what would become of your kingdom if it were to lose you. Firene would be left entirely without a monarch, or even an heir.
Then at least let Celine and her knights go with you.
The king's sister is every bit as indispensable. And the knights must defend their castle. If your intention is to make amends to us, then I would ask you to think foremost of yourselves.
Fair enough.
If that is your wish, we will accept it. Shall we keep our bracelet here in Firene?
Why?
I can assure you, we will not misuse it. After all, we can awaken sleeping emblems. But if our enemy wants to collect the bracelets, is it not safer to keep them apart?
That would be logical. But for the likelihood that our enemy has the power to awaken emblems. If that is so, the emblem's slumber becomes irrelevant. And if that happens, there is no telling what havoc the brash general will wreak.
Better to keep them with you, since you can put them back to sleep. Makes sense.
I appreciate your understanding.
Nothing more to discuss then. We'll head back inside and leave the bracelet with you. Sorry to give it up, but at least it's in the right hands. More importantly, Divine One?
Yes?
The hardest part of all this is saying goodbye to you, my old ally. But I'm so glad you're back. When we lost you, I was beside myself.
Alfred, I'm not the divine dragon you knew, remember? Nil explained it.
Oh, right. Silly me. I'm new to the throne, so I've been burning the candle at both ends. Guess I'm a little worn out. Not very becoming of a king, is it? If I'm not careful, people will start to talk.
It's all right. I am here to support you, Alfred. Let's head back so you can rest, I will begin thinking about ways to revive industry here in Firene, without resorting to war. As for you all, when your mission is done, please do come back and visit with us.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Was Alfred all right? He seemed to be acting a little strange.
Probably just terrified. My sister does have that effect on people when she's angry.
I was not angry.
Nil's got a point, though. You were too harsh with your words.
I refused their offer to join us on principle. You did not have the right to invite them.
I already apologized for that, didn't I?
Lord Nil? Is there something going on between those two?
They've been tense with each other from the very start. It is becoming a bit of a problem. I wish I could convince them to get along.
Perhaps it's hard to accept that this one is in fact a different person. It is quite unexpected. In the past, Lady Nel was so...
I am right here, you know.
My apologies.
At least there were no assassins this time. I'm not sure I could have handled that. It was hard enough just fighting Alfred and Celine.
That does not mean they will not show up again. We should remain on guard.
You don't think we might be fighting twins, do you?
Twins?
Back at Lithos, Nel mentioned that Fell Dragon children are always born as twins. It's just a thought.
It is possible, but nearly all Fell Dragon children lose their twin siblings as they mature. I do not think it is terribly likely.
Sorry, did you say lose their twin siblings?
This is the first I've heard of it. Lady Nel and Lord Nil, you're still together?
We are exceptionally fortunate to be so.
Then I'm glad neither of you lost your other half. That would have been awful.
Kind of you to say.
There is no point to baseless speculation. Let us focus on reclaiming Brodia's bracelet.
Right. Your world's Brodia. I'm curious to see what kind of place it is.
It seems like we lose more siblings by the day. Pairs of twins like us do seem to be getting rare.
More and more, I see them talking about killing one another. They call each other weak. They laugh at twins who haven't fought to the death yet.
Unthinkable.
I'll be next. I'm sure of it. They'll come for a failure like me any day now.
Do not say such things.
But it's true. Stronger ones than me have already died. Ones who are much more useful to Father. Even if I'm not next, it's only a matter of time. I'm so scared.
Nil, listen to me. Come what may, I will protect you. I swear it.